Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. April is almost here, so in today's video, we will be setting up my bullet journal for April 2024. It's going to be the spring season and we are going for something pink and cute. And now, without further ado, let's start planning. So for the month of April, I'm going for a Miffy and cherry blossom theme. If you're a long-time subscriber of my channel, you would know that I have done a cherry blossom theme for the past 2 years. I know you guys might want to see something different from me, but I just couldn't resist myself from making yet another cherry blossom theme. But there's actually a special reason why I decided to go for a cherry blossom theme is because I'll be traveling to Japan in April. It's always my dream to travel to Japan, and I honestly can't believe that I'll be flying to Japan in less than 3 weeks. I'm going there to see some cherry blossoms because it's the spring season at that time, and I really hope that I get to see them before they fall because the cherry blossoms bloomed a bit earlier this year and they tend to last around 2 to 3 weeks. But even if all the cherry blossoms have fallen off, there are still a lot of activities for me to do and food to eat, so that's fine with me. And the top things to do on my list is to visit the Miffy store and wear a kimono, a traditional Japanese garment. So that's why for the cover page, I drew Miffy wearing a lovely kimono with cherry blossom patterns. Well, I didn't draw much in this setup. I mostly used the Sakura Days washi tape set from Notebook Therapy to decorate. For example, using the mint washi tape with cherry blossom patterns for Miffy's kimono. I feel that this is a really fun way to use the washi tape, and you can basically just use any washi tape for the kimono. And also, Miffy is quite easy to draw, so I think this month's theme will be very easy to recreate. So if you guys happen to recreate this theme, please remember to share me your recreations because I would love to see the wide variety of kimono patterns that we can all create for Miffy. And now, the page on the left is my monthly log, which is like an overview of the entire month. And it's for me to plan out my events and tasks throughout the month. So for the title, I use a washi tape as the background and paste a cutout of the title this month on top. It's been a while since I decorated my titles like this, and I'm still really loving how pretty it looks, and I can just have fun with my entire washi tape set. And below the title is my calendar, a notes section, and also a drawing of Miffy in her kimono holding a paper fan. And to further decorate the page, I used the Sakura Days sticker set and just placed lots of stickers all over the page. The sticker set literally has almost everything related to Japan, such as sushi, matcha, Mount Fuji, ramen, and so much more, which makes me more excited for my trip. So this is my cover page and monthly log for April, and I just can't wait to show you all the other cute spreads that I have for this month's setup. And now, flipping over to the next 2 pages are my habit tracker and budget tracker. So in my previous setups, usually I will have my mood tracker, but for this month, I decided to ditch the mood tracker because I felt like since I am traveling, I wouldn't have the time to fill in the mood tracker. Same goes to the habit tracker. Usually I will have 6 habits to track, but this month I reduced it down to 3 habits, which are the 3 main habits that I would like to focus on. So yeah, as you can see here for my habit tracker, I think it was a really cute idea to make each habit tracker as a picture from a trip, and there's like Miffy holding her camera as if she's capturing some precious moments during her Japan trip. And just like Miffy, I also decided to bring along my film camera to capture all those beautiful sceneries and moments during my trip to Japan. And maybe I can also make some vlogs to show you guys how my trip went. Okay, now, so where are we? So this is just my budget tracker that helps me to keep track of both my income and expenses. As usual, I have a table with 4 columns that represents the date, the details, the plus sign is for income, and the minus sign is for expenses. It's the same as the previous months, but I had a lot of fun decorating with the washi tape and stickers, but it ain't going to be fun when I have to calculate all the expenses of my trip at the end of the month, but that's a problem for later. And oh yeah, over here, I just went back to the habit tracker and wrote down the habits that I would like to track for April. And now moving on to the next 2 pages are dedicated for my Japan trip. It's a spread where I can write down the things that I need to do before my trip, such as booking the hotels or entrance ticket to certain attractions, or I can also use it to write down the places that I would like to visit during my trip. And for this trip, I'm going to Tokyo, which is the capital of Japan, and I'll just be walking around different districts like Asakusa, Shibuya, Harajuku, and Shinjuku. I'll also be going to the Ghibli Museum in Mitaka, which is another thing on my itinerary that I am really excited about. And I'm also going to meet my pen pal, Auntie, and we are just going to spend the day at a capybara cafe and also at the Ghibli Museum together. And I also just can't wait to try all the delicious food there, such as ramen, soba, taiyaki, matcha, but just not sushi because I don't really like seafood. But that's okay. I'm just going to try and enjoy lots of different food there, just like Miffy over here, enjoying all her Japanese food. And now, the last spread that I'm going to show you all today is my first weekly spread for the month, which is basically like an overview of the entire week from Monday to Sunday. So that's why I drew 7 boxes for all the 7 days of the week, and each box is for me to write down the events that are happening on that day or the tasks that I need to get done on that day. The design of the spread is also very simple. I only drew Miffy heads and ears to write down the dates, and the entire spread is mainly decorated by the Sakura Days washi tape set from Notebook Therapy. And yeah, if you want to see my other weekly spreads too, and also maybe a photo dump alongside with the weekly spreads, be sure to follow my Instagram at lootengstudio, as I will upload all the weekly spreads over there. So now, here's the final flip through of my bullet journal setup for April 2024. I am honestly so in love with this month's setup. The theme, the color palette makes me so excited for my first ever Japan trip. And I might be away for 1 or 2 weeks without publishing any videos on YouTube, but you can see how my trip is going by following my Instagram stories. So I hope you all enjoyed this month's setup. Thank you so much for watching, and may your April bloom beautifully like the cherry blossoms in spring.